Okay, here we are. We're come all the way from scheduling to shopping at home to getting your groceries to actually the prepping part for your week. So for me, it's again, keeping it super simple. It's not about making the whole entire week's worth of meals. It is simply about being prepared for those meals. So part of what we talked about earlier, which is the whole when you bring home your groceries, you prep them. So it's like portioning control of your veggies, portion control of your protein, things like that. Now that's all done. So you don't need to do that again, other than pull it out to defrost for the next morning or grab the vegetables when you're about to make something. So if you know you're making stir fries a couple of weeks, have some vegetables prepared for that. You have your protein, make sure you got your sauces, and away you go. So what in essence I do on my meal prepping Sunday mornings is more about some grab and grow breakfast things. So like protein balls or granola, things like that, or some my favorite is superhero cookies, things like that, or it could be desserts. So therefore we don't overeat dessert, or if I make something we eat the whole thing, I will make them in small portions and we'll have dessert for the week that way. Dinner kind of moves along a little quicker, and I'm not back in the kitchen again. I'm not someone who actually wants to spend a lot of time in the kitchen. I want in and out in 20 minutes, and I don't want to keep going back to make the next meal. So that's kind of how I work with that. The half an hour in the Sunday morning is simply just getting grab and go. Sorry, I keep saying grow. Grab and go. Breakfast, snacks, getting desserts done, and then simply just having the meals prepared out. So whether it's having meal solutions or seasonings already, so I know that this week we're having, say, pad thai or something like that, or butter chicken, I know what I need, and I make sure it's all organized so I can easily grab it. If you're someone who needs it all in one section, I do know people who use baskets or use sections in their fridge, things like that. That isn't kind of how I do the meal prepping. So that's kind of where I would like you to start. Just super simple. Don't do too many meals. Don't try to do it for hours. Meal prepping shouldn't take hours. It's literally half an hour here, half an hour here, half an hour here throughout the week. And in essence, it's a couple of hours, but it's spread out so you don't feel like you're in the kitchen standing on your feet for 2 hours in one time, but also you still have that flexibility and chance for creativity. If you are someone who doesn't want to eat the same thing or gets bored, if you break it up like this, you still feel like you have control of that creativity part, but you're not as worn out when the night comes and you have to say what's for dinner and being stressed out about that what's for dinner question, because in essence you know that chicken and broccoli that you have prepared in the fridge or freezer can go to almost any meal that you might want to make. So you could make it, butter chicken, it could go into a stir fry, it can be made into a wrap, it could be put into a pasta. It's perfectly easy to maneuver it into any section. It's just about the routine of doing it on a regular basis. So there we go. Those are my simple steps to kind of getting meal prepping and planning under your utility belt, getting your skills amped up for that. If you want to do some more deep dive into all of these, I do offer a one-to-one session where we talk for about an hour or so of what all the things that may be kind of like holding you up for what you want to be doing in the kitchen for meal prepping and planning, and seeing how we can adapt these two. And if you're like, no, I need it all, we can actually sit down and work out a 6-week plan together. So we actually meal prep together and get it all organized. And there we go. So take care and happy meal prepping.